Welcome back to the Fourth Quarter Faith podcast where football meets conviction. I am Jay Galagna here with my co-host Jesse Shalalo. Before we start, hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that subscribe button.
Do it.
And the notification bell so you know when all of our videos drop. Comment faith down in the comment section once you are subscribed so that we can show you some love. But before we start, as always, Jesus loves you. How are you doing, Jesse? Fidgeting with your little light.
It's 4th of July, brother. Well, when this video comes out, it'll be 4th of July this weekend. So
4th of July, 250th.
250th. So it just makes me think with everything going on. I'm happy that I'm happy 4th of July is on a Saturday. I feel like that's as patriotic as it could get on the weekend. And two, just like no work plans. It's just everybody's gonna be able to like be with their families and just like enjoy the day and like really just like soak in everything. Huh?
I have work this weekend.
I am so sorry. That sucks.
It is what it is.
I am so sorry. I thought you had off. I thought you called off this weekend.
No, I got off next week because I'm going to the beach, and then that following weekend I have off. So I have like
2 weeks.
Tuesday through Monday.
Are you getting paid a time and a half? Like you getting
no,
paid
these
extra?
are
okay. Cool. That's well.
Fun. Technically, since I started, I just started this 4 months ago. I don't really have PTO really.
Dang.
So I had to use personal days and just request a couple more days off. But
yeah, let's all pray for Jake as
so
he
I
has
work.
to work.
I work in the mornings.
4th of July. That sucks. Hopefully,
fun.
Hopefully you will have time to be with your family, and that was the important part of my spiel.
My family's at the beach right now.
I'm just okay. Your wife's family, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Then
they're in Tennessee.
So what are you about to do? You about to be home?
No, we're probably going to hang out with one of Katrina's friends. She's going to someone's party.
Okay, cool. Well, at least you'll be with people. Getting disgraced. You can be family. At least it's people on the 4th of July.
Yeah, I'm still gonna do something. I would never not do something on 4th of July.
Yeah.
Even if I work the next day, it's only for a few hours. So
that still sucks.
It is what it is.
In the grand scheme of things. But anyway, we're getting way off topic. But yeah, we have a lot of good stuff to talk about. Well, the list that we have here for news, there's one good thing and there's two things that are kind of sad. So it's not like good stuff to talk about. But
one more unfortunate, the other sad.
Yeah. And it's just that's what you have to expect from July and August as a sports, especially NFL podcast. It's there's not really going to be much going on. You're just going to have to deal with whatever comes with it and go from there. So,
bro, this off season, I'm just gonna say it's sad to say.
Thank God
it is a typical. It is a typical NFL off season.
It is
not in the I guess not in severity. I guess that can differ, but just these these stupid things that are just they keep happening.
It keeps happening, and it's so sad to see. But yeah, let's get into the first thing. Let's get into the news part thing. First off. Let's go with that. Let's start with the happy stuff before we get into the sad stuff. The first thing we have is that Pete Prisco, who works at CBS, dropped his top 100 list for the 2026 NFL season. And I basically just wanted to, I don't know if Jake has seen it. I'm pretty sure he's seen it because it's been a week or some change since this has been dropped.
I have not seen it.
You have not seen it. Okay, this is great. So you just get to react along with, which is awesome.
Yes.
So I'll give you the top, the honorable mention 3. So 11 through 13 who didn't quite make the top 10. And that was 11 was Pat Surtain. 12 was Micah Parsons, and 13 was Jackson Smith and Jigba. So those were the 3 who quite didn't make the list. But
I wanted
to respect those names.
Once you get down to that, it's It's like you're gonna have some heavy hitting names that
Yeah.
don't make it top 10.
And I would agree that these are heavy hitting names. Now I will preface before I read the 10. There's
Okay.
one on here that I don't know if I agree with, but I can hear
Okay.
it out. That's all I'm gonna say.
Are you gonna tell me when it's that guy?
Yes, I'll tell you when it's that
Okay.
guy. So at number 10, we have Lamar Jackson. Lamar
Okay.
Jackson just made 10.
That's kind
So
of crazy to me,
as a
but
Ravens fan, he probably hates that. As a
I
Steelers fan, I
a
kind of
little
love it
bit.
just a smidge. But it's all good. He
I
made the
I
top 10.
I hate it a little bit.
And also there's no Steelers in the top 10. So there's
It's
that as well.
depending on
So
the rest of these names is how severe I'll not like it. Let's say that.
I'm gonna say we don't get a Steeler until like the 39. That's Cameron Hayward. Goodness. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
It was Cam Hayward?
Yeah, yeah, he's a top
Where the
Steelers
heck is
on his list.
DK?
Crazy. I'm not gonna touch it. We'll
That's
move
pretty
on.
crazy.
I digress. Number 9 is Puka Nacua.
Okay.
Okay, so no disagreement so far. Number 8,
No.
Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
Now him over Puka Nacua.
Not the last couple of years, no.
He's not the last couple of years. That's all I'm gonna say. He's still an elite receiver. It's just the quarterback play he has had the past couple of years has been egregious. So I'm hoping he's doing this on the fact that Kyler Murray is gonna make him better
I mean,
again.
this is
That's what
gonna
I'm
be the
hoping.
best quarterback
That's what I'm
he's
hoping.
played with.
Since Kirk.
Well, no, since Sam Darnold, but
Kirk.
Sam Darnold had that's the reason he
Kirk
went to the
Cousins threw him his
Seahawks.
first touchdown, brother. You remember that first touchdown he had in his career?
Well, no, him and Kirk Cousins were
They had
very
they had
good.
magic.
They had a
They had
great
magic.
connection. I'm just saying that the reason Sam Darnold got a contract was because of how he played on the Vikings.
Okay, sure. We could go with that. Number 7 is Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, I'd like to know how he's creating this list. If it's like career,
I would also love to know how this list was created.
Is it based on coming off of last year?
I feel like it has a bit to do with last year, but I think it also has to do with
It's got to be
what they've done so far in their careers. I think that's what he's going off of.
Otherwise, Mahomes cannot be that high.
But I also think it's projection for the next upcoming year and what we're expecting out of them. I think that's kind of what's going into play.
I guess
it'll make more sense once I read the other names on this list, if that makes sense.
He's just assuming Mahomes is going to come back healthy.
Yeah. Number 6, Penny Sewell, our O-lineman, made the top 10.
Okay.
Shout out to him. And the only Lion on this list, so that's
pretty,
on the top 10 at least. So that's
surprising.
Pretty good. Where's Jahmyr Gibbs actually? Now that I'm thinking about it, where's Gibbs at? Okay, 21. Sorry. Not bad. Not horrible. I don't know.
Who's in front of him?
Take that as you will. Huh?
I'd like to know who's in front of him.
Jeffrey Simmons, Christian McCaffrey, Trey McBride, Bijan Robinson, Fred Warner, Will Anderson, Aiden Hudson, the 3 I mentioned earlier.
Okay. I guess that's fine.
I can hear it. The Jeffrey Simmons ones would probably be the only one where I'm like, I could see a switch there, but that's about it. That's about as much as I could do. Because all the other guys I named are pretty elite at their respective
these are all
positions.
elite guys at this point.
Yeah, it's all elite guys. But anyway, number 5.
You're top 100. You're pretty elite.
Exactly. Number 5, and this is the one I disagree with wholeheartedly.
Number 5.
But I can hear where he's coming from.
Okay.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I completely disagree with that.
I can hear where he's coming from because he's expecting this team to be good this year. But
how in the world?
I just don't understand how Burrow's at 5 and Lamar and Patrick Mahomes are at the bottom 10.
How is Lamar?
That's where my mind is. But other than that, I can hear it.
All right, Pete. You're never gonna see this, probably.
Probably not. Never.
But how in the world do you have Joe Burrow at 5 and Lamar Jackson at 10? Like I would need to know why he did that. That's gotta be purely on projection. And
Maybe I'll look up what his list was about, and then I'll let you know
like
after we're done.
he's purely
'Cause
basing
I
it
would
off
also
of
like to know.
projection for next year and assuming that their defense is going to be much improved and not
Also,
31st in the league,
where's Drake May?
and that their offense is going to be as high powered as it was. It probably will.
Oh my
But
God, where's Drake May?
well, Drake,
61. Okay, cool. Cool.
I mean, that's not bad. He's going in his third year.
Yeah.
He did go to a Super Bowl, but
They have Herbert over AJ Brown, Trevor Lawrence, George Pickens, and Trey Hendrickson. That's kind of bad,
wait,
yo.
who?
He has Herbert over Brown, AJ Brown, Trevor Lawrence, George Pickens, Trey Hendrickson, Jared Verse, Jaden Daniels, and Caleb Williams. That's actually might be egregious, just a tad. But we're also just Justin Herbert haters, and I think we're just gonna have to live in that reality.
Well,
We might just be
he's one of the Justin Herbert like Glazers.
Yeah.
Like I know.
By the way, number 4,
Justin Herbert.
Number 4, Jamar Chase, which I think
that makes sense.
Him being the top receiver
That's
on
good.
this list kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
it really does make sense.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, number 3, Josh Allen. Say what you want about the dude. I can see why he put him at 3. He also could be a Josh Allen lover.
Josh Allen
by all standards, but
I'm not saying Josh Allen.
I can see it.
Bad.
Number 2, Matt Stafford. Obviously, coming off of a career year he had last year, I think this makes sense. And also with the team that they have put together, I think we could see him do another, not as historic as what they did last year, but I think this is also, I think, him projecting that the Rams are going to be really, really, really good this year.
I mean,
which we'll get to them in our NFC West matchup in a second. But I can see why you put him at number 2.
Oh, 2. Okay, we're at
and then number 1. Their newly acquired defensive end from the Browns, Myles Garrett. And I think that's fitting.
I mean, I think
that's fitting.
Why he put him number 1.
Yeah.
And
the fact he has 3 Rams in the top 10. Puka, Matt Stafford, and Myles Garrett. I don't know.
I don't disagree with them being in the top 10.
I agree.
I don't know. My biggest gripe is Joe Burrow.
I agree. Wholeheartedly, I agree. That's why I said when I saw it, I was like, that's
who was
not okay.
4? Jamar Chase. Allen was 3. Like, I don't know. I just don't understand how. I don't know what his list is based off of. Because
I'm gonna go look it up. I'm gonna look it up right now.
If you have
but tell me how you feel about the list as a whole.
As a whole, I don't really have issues with it. I would just say, again, the biggest thing is like why Burrow's 5. And then you have, or really why Mahomes is 7. Why he's in the top 10. And then
I have his criteria. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry, finish your point. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say Mahomes, my biggest things with the list is Mahomes at 7, considering he was hurt or he tore his ACL last year.
Mm.
And then the whole Joe Burrow, like Lamar and Joe Burrow Lamar should be at least 5. He should at least switch those 2. If Burrow was at 10,
I can totally hear you.
If Joe Burrow was at 10, I would probably have like no issues with it. Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. So basically it says his primary criteria is a player's expected performance for the upcoming season. So he's projecting, which makes sense. I think projecting is probably the only thing he could do. Overall talent level, which I think that makes sense. Positional impact. I guess he's really thinking Joe Burrow going to have the most impact on the Bengals this year, which also makes sense.
I mean, he does when he's healthy.
Yeah.
Did he?
And then how well they have recovered or are projecting to return from major injuries.
Okay, he should also factor in their injury risk. Because if we're doing that, Burrow ain't even in the top 10. Well, no, just based on that. But
Oh, I hear you. Let me see what he said, because that was an AI thing, but I want to see what he did or what he said.
did he say what his criteria was for it? Like
I'm
specifically?
looking at the article that he wrote.
Because like I don't know.
No, dude, I hear you 100%. I don't agree with him being 5.
I also was born
I
like
think he should be at 10 where Lamar Jackson is. Lamar Jackson should be 5, but that's just me.
I don't know. I guess like I don't know. I guess I would also I might put JSN in the top 10. Like I might switch somebody out for J. I mean, he just won Offensive Player of the Year. They just lost Kenneth Walker. Um, or they have Shaheed,
I
but
don't,
like
I think them just uh
he's gonna have even more
mm.
impact than he did last year, considering they lost one of their biggest weapons. I don't know.
Okay,
I
so
feel
he
like
kind of
JSN should get a top 10 spot for winning
he
Offensive
doesn't
Player
he
of the
doesn't
Year.
really say he doesn't really say his criteria. So I think the way that AI kind of just generated it was well. He kind of just goes on like a whole tangent about like, oh, quarter if I were to list a team of MVPs, it would always be certainly filled with starting quarterbacks, but that doesn't mean they're always the best players, although many are that and more. So when putting together my list for the top 100 players in the league, it would be easy to put a quarterback at the top, but that's not the case this year, although several are in the top 10 and scattered throughout the list.
I mean, I
So
could
he was
see
kind of just he's kind of moving away from the point, but I could see where he was trying to do with that.
I mean, I have no problem with Garrett being 1 at
I
all.
don't I know at all. No, I don't disagree. I think he's gonna
I
have a
just think,
monster year.
like, I don't know. It's really just,
It
like,
really is just Joe Burrow at 5. I think that's the
people
only part that we're like, nah,
like, people just want Joe Burrow
nah.
to be stay healthy
They want
so
to get Joe Burrow
badly.
back in the Super Bowl so bad, like
Like,
so
they
bad.
want the Bengals to be good again so
Goodness
badly, and they want Joe
gracious.
Burrow to stay healthy so badly that they will just put him top 5 in lists just because he went to the Super Bowl 1 year.
Mhm.
Like,
No, I agree,
the
100%.
his whole career is just playing off of the fact that he went to a Super Bowl 5 years ago. Like,
It's
otherwise,
insane.
like, there's been plenty of players that throw for a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns that don't get this much hype and love and projection and consistent top 5. It's like, you know who also throws for a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns?
Herbert,
Yeah.
Prescott.
Yeah,
You can
Prescott.
put Brock
Dak throws
Purdy in
for a
that
lot of
conversation
yards.
too.
Huh?
You can put Purdy in that conversation
Oh,
too.
how about Jared Goff? He throws for a
Jared
lot of
Goff would
yards.
also be great in that conversation too. I think with
I'm not
Burrow it
saying
was
Joe
more
Burrow is
projecting.
bad.
It had to be
That's not what I'm
projecting. It
saying.
had to be projecting. But
I don't want people
um
coming at me for
but yeah.
I'm not
I
saying Joe
I
Burrow is bad. He just doesn't stay healthy, and their
it's
team has
inconsistent.
not been
It's
good
very
for
inconsistent.
4 years. They haven't
Now
made the playoffs in 4 years.
they did do a lot in the offseason getting Dexter Lawrence and beefing up the defense where we could be like, okay, maybe there's something there, but we have to see it. We have to see how it all transpires on the field. We won't be able to see that until August. So for now, this is just all we have going for us is what we've seen last year. But
Yeah,
I
like,
agree with you.
they could have like a mid-level defense or even a top 10 defense. If Joe Burrow doesn't stay healthy again or misses time
Who
again,
cares?
it doesn't matter. Like, they're as good as or as much as I love Joe Flacco or
He ain't
Jake
getting no
Browning
Super Bowl again.
or whoever their backup is officially gonna be, they're not gonna win you enough games. As
I
good as
agree.
Joe Flacco filled in for him last year, he's not gonna take the Bengals where they wanna go.
I think yeah. I
So,
think you have to hope. It's all hoping right now at this point. But yeah, I agree. I think Pete's list was pretty spot on. I don't see too much of a disagreement. I think I think it makes sense how he had Penny Sewell as an O lineman on the list. I think that's respectable for how good of he has been for the Lions. And also, I think if we're talking positional impact, I think he's going to have the most impact on the Lions because he's going to be the
He's
best
gonna be their
lineman that they
left
have on the
tackle.
roster.
He's gonna be
So
their left tackle now too.
yeah, so he has to be that guy for them, especially for Jared Goff's blind side. So that's positional impact is non tier one. I think the only one I would probably have an a grievance with, I think Stafford at 2, but I think that's only just because, like, did he come off of a great year and had his MVP? Absolutely. But I think the older you get as a quarterback, the lesser zip you're gonna have on the football. Now, obviously, Stafford's probably gonna go down as one of the best throwers of the football we have seen. Probably not like a Aaron Rodgers, but like he's up there in people's minds as like the
I
guy
mean,
that
he's
can throw
gonna
that
be
football really well.
he's probably gonna be
Um,
a first ballot, if not
yeah.
second.
So that's probably the only one I'm like, I don't agree wholeheartedly, but I can see where his point was. So that was a good list, and I'm happy that we got to react to that. But now let's get to our two sad news. So let's get to this one first. 40-year-old former Titans star running back Chris Johnson, or as we called him back in the day, CK2K, announced that he was diagnosed with
CJ.
ALS. He had an
CJ.
interview on Good Morning America with Michael Strahan. If you're not aware of what ALS is, it's basically called the Lou Gehrig disease. It's a progressive neurological disease that basically destroys motor neurons in the brain. So the brain stops working, and then like everything else just goes afterwards. So it's unfortunate, especially for a guy who I think Chris Johnson was like one of the first guys I used to really get into watching as a football player because we weren't alive to get to see like the LTs and all that. So like he was kind of like our version of LT, not to the same aspect, but in more other ways than one.
I mean, we
His
were
2000,
alive,
literally he was called CJ2K because of his 2000 yard season in '09. So
and
like
he's the only player to ever have.
and
I
that was the
think
16
I
games. That
know
was 16 games back in '09.
he's the only player to have 2,500 plus all-purpose yards,
Yeah.
and he's only one of 8, or I think 8 still, to
Yeah.
have 2,000 rushing yards in the season. So
Yeah. So it's a sad, I pray for him. I pray for the family as they have to go through this difficult time. And I think it's just a wake up call that like ALS will hit everybody. Like it doesn't discriminate. Like you like CK, like Chris Johnson was like one of the better athletes ever to play the game of football, and he now has this disease. So it's spiraling, like knowing that like as physically like at an athlete he was, and now that he has ALS, it's like, man, it's no joke. But yeah, obviously I pray for him and his family as they go through this. This is not going to be an easy thing for him to go through, but we'll pray that God can heal him. Maybe God can do a miraculous thing and heal him. But yeah, with ALS, there's no cure, there's no treatment. You kind of just let it does what it does. So I know Jake, you have your thoughts. I'll let you say your thoughts. But yeah, pray for the family and for Chris Johnson, obviously.
yeah, I mean, I was gonna say just prayers to Chris Johnson and his family. And I liked what he said in the whole thing he did on Good Morning America, where I think he said, um, ALS changed what my body could do, but it didn't change who I am. Like he's still Chris Johnson,
Hmm.
but yeah, I mean, it's just it's a sad, very sad thing to see. Such a one of the most electric football
Dude,
players to ever play.
literally.
Um, and probably one of my favorite running backs, just because of like how electric he was and how like his speed and just all around back that he was. But yeah, I mean, ALS is a very sad thing to like see somebody go through. Because there is someone on that used to play for the Ravens that's still like in the organization that has it, and he was on their 2000 Super Bowl team, but he's still with us. I think he's like 50 something years old now.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean it's a tough thing to see. I know he's got the support of his family, and I know how like I know that I can see that he's a strong dude, and this isn't gonna like stop him from
Doing the things he wants to
continuing
do.
to live his life, continuing to be there for his kids and his wife, and the rest of his family and friends. But yeah, when I saw this, I was just like, I was like, no way.
Not
Like, there's no
CK2K.
way. There's no way.
Not CJ2K,
And
bro.
I don't know. It was just crazy to see that within a year, because he was diagnosed with this
That was a
last
year
in
ago. Yeah.
2025, that he's already having to use that automated like voice thing that
Voice
like I
box
think he
thing.
like looks at the screen and it um then it like talks of what he's either typing or I don't know how it works exactly, but yeah, I mean prayers go out to him and his family. I mean I don't know. It's just it's tough. I mean it's a tough thing to see somebody go through. And we should do the ALS challenge. I see people bringing it back now.
It is coming back. I mean, I think who Marshawn Lynch started it off, I think. Um,
I think some random guy did it on like I at least what I
it
saw.
might have been. Yeah,
The
it
first
matched the
guy I
name.
saw was some fan on TikTok do it,
I saw
and
Marshawn Lynch. That was the first
and
one
then
I
I
saw.
saw Marshawn Lynch, and I saw Chris Johnson's daughter.
We might have to hop on the trend.
We should
We
do it.
should. That'd be fun.
We can
We'll get on
nominate
that. We'll get on that. Maybe y'all might
somebody.
see a short of that soon.
We'll make a
Somewhere
TikTok.
on the interwebs. But anyway, let's get to the other
The
sad
interwebs.
news. Not as sad as the ALS stuff, but
It's more
just
just
more just the why. But
yeah.
like
It's more of
it's
like
just
why? What are you
I think
doing?
we'll get to the news part in a second. I think the news part, it's not that it's surprised me, which is sad to say. In the NFL space, it's sad to say that it doesn't surprise me,
I
but at
mean,
the
dude,
same time,
what is that
it's
like?
sad because like it's just another name on the news
Like
that's
he's
just
like
doing something dumb, and
it's
it's like
another
ruining their
guy.
career, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
well, here we go again.
What is this, like the fourth or fifth thing or this offseason already? I mean,
Yeah,
what
we
was
had
there?
James
There's
Pierce,
James
Josh
Pierce,
Jacobs,
Josh Jacobs.
Rasheed Rice went back to prison.
Oh yeah, he
Um,
went to prison and got out.
yeah, now he's free, whatever that means. Who else?
Been there for a
There was
month.
somebody else other than Terrion Arnold. I know that for a fact, but I can't remember who it was, top of my head. He might have been the fourth one. I'm not entirely sure.
I think. I mean, it's
But
4 or
anyway,
5, but it's crazy that
yeah, it's
it's
4 or 5. It's one of those things, yeah. But anyway, to give you guys the news, Terrion Arnold was arrested in connection to an armed robbery and a kidnapping in Florida that happened in February, and is facing multiple felony charges, which could carry a potential sentence of up to life in prison. So in spite of all this stuff happening, the Lions decided to release him. I think they released him 3 days ago. So he was granted bond after a judge denied the state's request to keep him jailed until trial. So he is not in jail currently. He's going to be on trial for all the stuff that's happened.
he's
But
basically on house arrest until his trial.
basically on house arrest. I only have like one thought. I think it makes sense for the Lions to get rid of him. I think they don't want to have the issues of this go into their season. And obviously, if the case may go one way or the other, but if it goes the way that we are assuming that it will, and that means he's going to prison, they don't want to have that as a character issue for the team going forward. And obviously, man, I mean, it's just another NFL player using their platform for the wrong reason. And that's just kind of where we're at right now in the I mean, none of this is surprising to us because we are Christians and we know that this world is a sinful place and like there's nothing great about it. Now, obviously, there's good things because the Lord is trying to um, restore us, but at the same time, there's still a lot of evil in this world. And it's just sad that people are using their heightened fame, their power, their certain things that they can do for the stuff that not only is hurting them, but it's now hurting the Lions because now the Lions used a first round pick on Terrion Arnold, and now that first round pick is now useless because now he's gone. So it really just shows that like you really have to take your picks like for the Lions at least like the picks have to be taken seriously because like if you and like again we're gonna keep saying it because I think we said it for the fourth time since it's the fourth time we're talking about this like mental health in the NFL really's got to be a conversation because this is just something that we're seeing too many times at this point and now it's kind of it's numb. Like people are just numb to the fact that this is happening now. It's kind of just like a oh look at that another football player arrested for doing something dumb. It's another news bit and it's kind of
Yeah.
just ridiculous at this point. So I I I pray and I like and I don't like saying it because I know that stuff like this I'm not saying that this is right. But obviously he is a sinner and obviously I hope that God can redeem him in one way or another. Maybe this could be his path to redemption. But yeah, it's just sad that we're losing a player this young with so much potential to the justice system. So
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just think like I don't know, I just think some of these guys just think that I mean, it's unfortunate that like you said, there's another guy that's letting the fact that he's an NFL football player, he's got this platform, and I think he just these some of these guys just think that they're untouchable when it comes to their actions and whatever they do is gonna like it's all gonna be okay because they're an NFL football player and they're at least somewhat like famous, I guess, or like they have some sort of like notoriety of being a professional. Um,
it's
but
crazy.
yeah, I don't know. I just
Bro, you see this
unfortunately what you
statistic?
said is kind of true. It's just like this is a typical NFL offseason. Like this stuff is going to happen. And unfortunately, I am going to believe that it's just going to keep happening every offseason, that there's going to be somebody. We just pray that it's neither of our teams that are involved in that stuff.
No, please, Lord.
But it's going to happen. Like it's sad to say it, but it's the world that we live in. It's it's just what the NFL is known for, unfortunately, when it comes to like off
Hey Jake,
season. What?
let me ask you a question. How many arrests do you think there have been per year in the NFL since 2000?
Did you look it up?
I have it right here. Just take a gander. Take a guess what you think it is.
Arrests?
Yes.
Um
Average arrest. This is averaged out per year.
oh, I feel like it's high. Is it like high?
I would say so compared because this is at the other North American sports. So like I'd say it's pretty high.
10
You think that's high, you are egregious. It is 47.
every year?
I wish I was kidding. The average arrest per year since 2000 in the NFL is 47. NBA is at 22, MLB is at 17 and a half, and NHL is at 2.5.
Jeez,
NHL is at 2.5 arrests per year since
those hockey
2000.
guys, that's what I want the NFL to be like. They don't
Goodness gracious, bro. We got to
hockey
get like
guys
the
are just
NHL
staying
for real.
focused here.
Hey, yeah, yeah.
Guess
But yeah, it's
that's good light shined
good
on
for
the
them. Hey, shout out
NHL.
NFL, bro. Shout out NFL, bro. That's good.
You mean NHL?
That's what I said. I said NHL.
You said
I
NFL.
know. I know. No. See, no, don't do this with me again. We're
No,
not doing this.
dude,
We're not
I'm
doing this
not
again.
saying that because I'm trying to mess with you. I
No,
swear.
I said NHL. I said shout
I
out
know what you
NHL.
meant. I know what you meant. So
See, he's just trying to get me, guys. And
I'm
this,
not.
it ain't happening again. It
I
ain't happening again.
swear. I didn't do that
But
on
yeah.
purpose.
Anyway, only other things I've heard about the Terra. That's pretty much all that stuff. Only other things I've heard is that apparently teams are looking at trying to sign him. Which I don't know if you
Probably the
want to have
Browns.
that on your plate right now, just because he's in the middle of a trial. Now obviously I
Well, he's
don't
not even
know
in the middle. He's
when is when is
waiting.
when is the trial? When is the trial starting? I think
They don't
it's.
have a date. I don't think.
I'm about to say yeah.
I mean, he's got 4. He's being charged with
And also
4
here's the thing.
counts of
Here's the thing. All
robbery
this
and
stuff is alleged. Nothing has been proven. It looks like it looks like he's on that path, but like nothing has really been like set in zone. So yeah, so teams can do it. They could definitely like acquire about his services, but like I wouldn't, because why would you want a
I
character
mean,
like
the
that on
only
your team?
reason they're
Personally,
doing
but
that
that's just me.
is just hoping that he doesn't get indicted.
Yeah, and also it's a cheap deal. It's like he's on what his last 2
I
years of his
mean,
$14 million contract or something like that. So like
well,
it'd
that
be
and
pretty
he's like
cheap to get
he
him.
doesn't have many choices at this point. It's probably the
Yeah, 4 year,
Browns.
14.353 million. So like it's not a crazy deal if you wanted to get him. And one of them on here is the Cowboys, which would be funny. That
I
would
mean, that
be
makes Jerry Jones will do.
hilarious. Jerry
Jerry
Jones would
Jones
do
would
it.
do
That's the
anything.
thing.
It's
But
probably the
anyway,
Browns too. The Browns don't care at all about
good lord,
character.
yeah, if they got Deshaun Watson, they'll get Terrion Arnold.
Yeah, they don't.
Anyway,
The Browns don't care about character issues.
nah, they just want players that are
That
good.
that was the other thing I was gonna say. The thing about the draft pick, I was gonna say that's why, like, at least I know that my team, like, one of their biggest things when it comes to draft picks is knowing, like, researching, talking to them, talking to people, talking to coaches that are in their lives or have been in their lives about how good of a person and how good their character is before they even consider drafting them.
True.
Because like you don't see people from
You really gotta talk to them about their characters, man. You really gotta like sit them and be like, "Hey,
yeah.
how are you as a person? Like, what is like
What
you bringing to the table?"
you gotta like one of the biggest things I would ask people is like, what are your priorities? What are your top priorities in your life?
Yeah, like what's important to you?
What makes you tick? What are your top priorities? What do you enjoy doing? Like stuff like that, just to get like some idea of like, oh, are they like is this a real possibility of it happening to them in the sense of like going out and doing stuff that could get them in trouble.
Yeah.
But
It's a sad thing, and I'm hoping this is the last time this offseason we have to talk about it. Now, obviously, we don't know what's gonna happen in the next couple months, but at least me, I'm hoping I don't have to hear another person in the news is
watch there be
arrested for
one
something
tomorrow.
dumb. Goodness gracious, I hope not. Anything else
Before
for that
that
before we move on?
no, but or just the
Okay.
like that 46 number was pretty crazy.
That
That wasn't
47
even
is
close to what I was
egregious.
thinking.
Egregious number.
It
But
doesn't even seem like
anyway,
that many, but I guess it's just like some aren't like
well, there's some that we don't
publicized.
even know about. There's some that
Yeah.
may not make the news potentially, depending on the player. So who knows? All right, let's get away from the sad news. Let's get into our division previews. We are now dipping our toe into the NFC West for this episode.
We're
So we'll
dipping
be
our toe.
talking Cardinals, we'll be talking Niners, we'll be talking Rams, and we'll be talking the Seahawks, who are the defending Super Bowl champions. Now, I just want to make sure I'm gonna say this just for the sake of saying it. We have not done the NFC West, correct?
No.
Okay.
All the other
Wanted to.
all
We
the
have done the
prior ones
AFC
we've
West
done is
and we've
AFC.
done the South. and the
We've
NFC
done
East. That's it.
Yeah, we've done the AFC East, South, and West.
So we haven't even touched the NFC yet. So this is beautiful. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We're starting our
This is the
NFC
first
off right.
NFC. This is
Because,
the
guys,
first
like we
NFC
said, I
one
know
we've
you're all
done.
probably like, why didn't you guys do the AFC North this week? We're saving the best for last. That's our division. We hold that division very special in our hearts. So we know what we're talking about when it comes to that division. Trust us.
It's the toughest division in
Like
football.
that will literally, we won't even have news for that episode. It's just gonna be me and Jake jabbering about the Steelers and the Ravens for an hour and a half because that's what we do.
Listen, it might not be the best division right now, but it's
Boy,
always going to be the toughest in
it's a
my
fun
mind.
one. It's a fun one. But anyway, yeah, like we do with our division previews, we have win projections, we have our fantasy picks, and we have our stat leaders. So, Jake, what team would you like to start off with first?
The Cardinals. Let's get the worst team out.
Let's get the worst. I knew you're gonna do that. All right. Anyway, the Arizona Cardinals. What is there to say about this team?
Not much.
But like I will say, here's the thing. Jacoby Brissett moved me last year. It wasn't a great year, but it was something that I could be like, okay, maybe they could build off of this and do something with that until they get a franchise guy. Obviously they got Carson Beck, so maybe the Carson Beck can become something.
And Gardner Minshew.
And Gardner Minshew. Sorry, I don't want to disrespect Minshew. But I mean, obviously you have Trey McBride at tight end. You got Michael Wilson and Marvin Harrison Jr. at wide receiver. Does that move people? Not really, but they are notable names.
Listen,
And
he's gonna be
Popped off
good.
last year,
Oh,
so we have to respect him.
I love
And we're hoping Marvin Harrison
Michael
Jr.
Wilson. I love Michael
And
Wilson.
we're hoping Marvin Harrison Jr. can have a bump up in production at some point. Now, I don't maybe with the new coach in what is it, Mike LaFleur? Mike LaFleur. Hopefully he can add something, but we'll see how that goes. And then obviously the rookie running back Jeremiah Love, who they got third overall in the pick in the draft last year. Obviously, there's a lot of high expectations for him. Coming from Notre Dame and have a monstrous year he had this past year. We're hoping that he can bring that to the Arizona Cardinals. But obviously, they have a very tough schedule. I know they have a lot of winnable games. They have the Giants, Cowboys, Commanders, Jets, Saints, and Raiders are some in those some teams that will be playing.
Winnable.
And then they have their two games against the Seahawks, Niners, and Rams, which I'm probably going to put those down as L's to start the year. I don't perceive
I don't know
them
if they
winning those
might
games
win. I don't know if they're gonna win a division game.
Unless somehow, some way, like if the 49ers get hit with the injury bug again, I mean, there could be a shot. There could definitely be a shot. But Seahawks and
possibility of that
Seahawks
happening.
and Rams, I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, is there anything else I missed that notables that Calais Campbell, I think, left
well, they
he left to
released.
go back to the Ravens.
Well, no.
So
Was he on the Cardinal? Yeah, he was on the
I think
Cardinals
he was on the
last year.
Cardinals for a bit, and then he left to go
No,
beat
he
the
was
Ravens.
on the Cardinals last year.
Yeah.
But I think he was just a free agent.
They have Walter Nolan. They have Will Johnson.
But they released Kyler Murray.
They did release Kyler Murray. That is true.
They added your guy Samalu.
Oh yeah, that's a great. No, he's gonna be good. He's gonna be good for them for sure.
Tyler Algier, Kendrick Bourne, Devin Duvernay, and Matt Pryor, and Elijah Wilkinson for their offensive tackle or guard and offensive tackle.
Not horrible.
I mean, yeah, they lost left guard Evan Brown, wide receiver Greg Dortch, and D lineman Calais Campbell, and safety Jalen Thompson. But
Jalen Thompson's probably a big hit.
Other than that, you said everything.
Okay, cool.
Notable.
Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh yeah, and their offensive coordinator, who is Hackett. Is it Hackett? I think it's Nathaniel Hackett. I'm pretty sure.
I think.
That sounds that. Yeah, it is. It is Nathaniel Hackett. That's what I thought. That sounds right. Okay.
Oh boy.
I know.
The
Cardinals win projection as of right now, July of
4.5?
2026, It is over under 3.5.
3.5. My
And like I
goodness.
said, they got the Giants, Cowboys, Commanders, Jets, Saints, and Raiders. Could the possible winnable games right there?
Goodness, three and a
Possibly.
half is crazy.
3.5 is kind of egregious. I
Um,
think are the
who
Cardinals
was
that
the other? Who was the other freaking team that I said might be the worst team? Was it? Oh, Dolphins.
Dolphins?
I don't know.
Dolphins might not win a game, period, let
It
alone their
might
division.
be between them and the Cardinals, but
But
for the
here's the
worst team,
thing: at least the Cardinals have weapons out there that are at least usable.
yeah.
Now,
I
obviously, we
mean,
don't know about Marvin Harrison Jr., but we know Wilson
we
popped
know
off
how
last year, so we know
talented
he
he
can be
is.
good. We know that Jeremiah Love's going to be a dog, and we know Trey McBride's going to be a dog. It's
Marvin
just the
Harrison
quarterback
is going to
position I'm
turn
confused at.
into. He's going to turn into like what I think he'll turn into at least somewhat close to what everyone expects him to be at the
I
wide
hope.
receiver spot. He's too talented not to.
I agree.
Like,
I
there's
agree
no
100%.
way his whole career he just is what he was last year. There's no
Mediocrity.
way.
No way.
Like, but also, I was gonna say, like, I
Let me
do
read this.
agree
Let me
that
read this schedule.
the Cardinals do have a lot more weapons, and at least a fighting chance on offense, at least.
I mean, their defense also
Depending
isn't bad
on
either. You have Walter Nolan. You still have Buda Baker. You still have Will Johnson. Like, you have dudes. It's just not a lot of dudes.
yeah, I mean, yeah. What was I
I don't
forget
know.
what the Dolphins projection was. I think it was like 4.5 or 5.5.
Was it 4.5?
I don't think it was three and a
Honestly,
half.
I feel like it was lower, but let me just check really quick.
I think the Cardinals might have the lowest projection this year for win totals.
Let's see.
But I don't know. I might go.
No, it's 4.5.
Yeah, so the Cardinals have the
It's 4.5.
lowest.
That's egregious.
I'm gonna go with.
That's really I would go over. And I think that's just because I can see the the Cardinals winning more games than any other and than any of the bad teams that we're gonna see this year. Honest to goodness.
I don't know. Like, I just
I
don't. I
don't
don't see them winning a division game,
I don't disagree. I don't
and I
disagree at all.
don't. I don't know if like I don't I understand how much like the guys on offense that they have, like the guys you named, and they have some pieces on defense. I just don't think their defense is going to be good at all.
Can I read out their
And
schedule quickly? Do
yeah,
you mind? Okay, so week 1 we got the Chargers. That's
that's
gonna be a tough
no.
one. And then you got Seahawks and Niners.
Oh, both
That's
L's.
tough. Then you got the Giants. Could be a winnable game, but we have to see how that
I
pans
think the
out.
Giants are significantly better.
Then you got the Lions. That should be a
L
loss. Rams. That should be a loss.
L
Broncos. That should be a loss.
L
Cowboys. 50-50. I'd be 50-50 on that, but I'd probably lean more towards Cowboys
L.
right now. I'd probably lean more towards Cowboys.
Bro, they
Seahawks,
haven't won a game.
Rams, Chiefs,
Those are all L's,
Commanders.
possibly depending
Commanders I could see.
on how healthy they
Eagles.
are.
Oh
L.
God, Jets. Jets they could win. Jets.
Okay, so what? That's maybe 2 wins.
Jets, Cardinals, Jets, Saints, Raiders, Niners are the last 4 games of the year. That's
Okay, maybe 3.
4. That's at least 4 because we said Commanders.
I'll say 3. I think they go under.
Okay,
I
I'll
think
give
they
them
get.
4.
I think they go 3-14.
I'll give them 4. I think they'll. I don't think they'll be the worst team in the NFL. I don't. They shouldn't. With the weapons that they have, they should not be. But I could see it.
They shouldn't, but like, I don't know.
No, I agree. And but
I
I'm just
just
saying
don't
on
think they're
paper,
gonna be good
this team
at
should
all.
not be a 3. What is it? 3-14. They should not be a 3 and
Okay,
14
so
team.
what? They're gonna be 4-13.
Yes.
So what?
That's,
Okay,
that's
So
They can, let's be honest.
the
Let's be
second
honest.
worst
Just
team in the
like
league.
how just like how our division games can go 50-50, their division games could also go 50-50 depending on how they play. They could.
Against the
They
Cardinals
could.
specifically. We're talking about the
Yes.
Cardinals.
The Cardinals specifically.
So
We're
any of the
saying all the
games,
no, what I'm saying is all division games are not easy wins. Now, obviously, yes, the Cardinals are a worse team than all the other three teams we're about to talk about, but
I
they're
mean, the
still division
Seahawks made
games.
it look
We said
pretty
that
easy
we say
last
the
year.
same thing about the Browns. They're not a great team in the AFC North, but they still somehow beat the Steelers and the Ravens almost all the time, 9 times out of 10.
Well, that's because they
So
used to have Myles Garrett. They
I
don't
don't
anymore.
disagree, but you have to. But that's what we went off of last year. Like we know that those division games are tough, so we can't just like as bad as the Cardinals are, and they are. I'm not saying they're not a great. I'm not saying they're a great team, but they could squeak out a few games. They could upset. They could
Yeah, I
upset
gave
a
them
few teams
3.
here. So
That's
you're
a
agreeing.
few.
Let's move on. Let's move on. What's the next team I want to talk about?
I don't know. Just pick one. They're all
All right,
good
let's
teams.
go. Let's do the Seahawks, defending champions. Let's do the champions. Um, Obviously, biggest loss. You lose Kenneth Walker to free agency, and he's now a uh, Kansas City Chief. And you don't have what's his name, Zach Charbonnet, because he's injured. So now it's who is it? Emmanuel Wilson, Jadarian Price, who they picked up also from Notre Dame.
Mhm.
And I think there might
Right
be
back.
another running back, but I'm not entirely sure.
So key additions. They
They
got
also lost Boye Mafe. They lost Tariq Woolen. They
yeah.
lost Kobe Bryant. So they lost a lot in that defense, which I think
They got
was to be
well. They
expected.
brought in Dante Fowler. Who they re-signed Josh Jobe, Josh
Yep.
Jones, offensive line, Crystal long snapper, and tender Jake Bobo, wide receiver.
Oh, Jake Bobo.
Yeah, they lost Kenneth Walker, Kobe Bryant, William Mafe.
I mean, here's the thing: you still have Sam Darnold. You still have JSN. I think they kept Rashid Shaheed. I don't think he.
Yeah, they did.
In my mind, I think he. I don't know if it's his extension but I think he's still on the team for another year on his contract. You have AJ Barner and the other tight end. What's his name? Oh gosh, I'm losing it, guys. I'm losing it. What's the other tight end's name? I know there's AJ Barner and there's somebody else.
Why am I blanking too?
Yeah, see? Yeah, I'm not the only one. Elijah Arroyo. That's who it was.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
pretty good.
So AJ Barner, Elijah Arroyo. Defense, you still kept a lot of your pieces from last year. Obviously, I just said the names that you lost, but you still have a lot of good guys there, and obviously you still have McDonald as the head coach. So
Didn't Dexter Lawrence retire too?
and now he's a Bengal. Are you talking
No.
about Leonard Williams?
DeMarcus. DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah, DeMarcus Lawrence. Yeah, I think he actually would not surprise me if he retired.
Didn't he retire? I'm pretty sure he retired. Oh, and Rashid Shaheed got a 3-year deal
Yes. Okay.
to
Cool.
go back to the Seahawks. And they did say I did see that.
It says he's still on the team. Yeah, he's still on the team.
I thought he retired.
No, he's still on the team.
But
Yeah, he says 6 hours ago, DeMarcus Lawrence ready for another Pro Bowl caliber season. So he's still on the team, unless I hear otherwise.
Rashid Shaheed is supposed to get a lot bigger of a role, and not just being that like deep shot gadget guy, like speed guy that he.
Hey, but when they
has
used
been.
him in the special teams, he cooked.
Well, he's still gonna play
Special team, he
teams.
cooked.
In
Sorry,
projection.
all that to say, the Seahawks win projection is over under 10.5.
Over.
I would say over as well. I think they could get 11 wins. I think they should get 11 wins. Let me say that.
I don't think they lost anything where they couldn't at least get to 11 wins. Like
I think the only one that I'd be concerned is The only one I'd be concerned is Boye Mafe and
Well, they got
Tariq Woolen. I
Derek.
think those guys were
They re-signed Derek Hall or gave him an extension. They brought in Fowler. Fowler, as I mean, he's older, but he's still producing. Like he produced on the Cowboys. He produced when he was on the Commanders. Like
yeah. And
he's
I don't
still
know
a good
going.
player.
I guess going from 14-3 to 11-6 would be kind of egregious work. Um,
Like I
but
don't know. I
also,
think they'll at least get 11. Like I don't think that they really got
the
that much
Seahawks don't have
worse.
the Seahawks don't have a horrible schedule.
And Jadarian Price is going to be really good. If he wasn't on Notre Dame, he would be one of the best running backs, or at least a lot more high level name
Yeah,
than he was. Like he was still a high level name, but he was being overshadowed by Jeremiah Love. Like if he was on any other school, he would be their starter and be, if not as productive, just below what Jeremiah Love did.
yeah.
Like he's that good.
I
So
I think yeah. I think I agree with you 100%. Let's go to the Niners. We'll leave the Rams as our last one.
okay.
Because obviously we'll have a lot to say about that team. Um, what's to say about the 49ers this year? Biggest thing for me is I don't want to see them have another injury bug. I just want to see everybody be playing football this year
We'll
and not be
see.
injured. Um, now
Get away
obviously I
from
think
that
the
electric
biggest
field then.
yeah, maybe. The biggest signing to me was getting Mike Evans. Now obviously he is 33 years old. He's not the
Or
same
re-signing
Mike
Trent
Evans
Williams.
that we know and love. They re-signed Trent Williams. But I'm saying the biggest for me for this season. I think getting Mike Evans. I think moving away from the Brandon Ayuk mess of a year, I think really makes sense. Mike Evans is
They also
a
lost
top tier receiver
Jennings.
who has proven himself time and time again for many, many years. And I think knowing that you're having a guy who's been in the league for a long time and a Super Bowl champion and has all these different things
He's probably the
at
most
a certain
consistent wide
level,
receiver in the league.
yeah.
Like
But
he
then
had
you also
10
still
straight
have
or 11.
Ricky Pearsall, who we're still trying to see what potential we're getting out of him going into this year. And then also you
He's
got
been pretty
Christian Kirk,
solid.
and you have to see because he hasn't played a full season in a long time. So you're hoping you can get something out of him as well. And then obviously George Kittle, who tore his Achilles on Wildcard Weekend, I haven't seen him play in a while. We're hoping he's back to full strength because you have George Kittle out there. That's a big difference. You obviously have CMC still as the running back, and then Brock Purdy is still your QB, obviously. So the offense in of itself hasn't really changed as much. It's just the wide receivers have just been moved around a little bit. And you lose Jawan Jennings. And even though technically Brandon Ayuk is still on the team, is he going to be on the team? No. But is he still on the roster as of right now? Yes. So
Yeah, Jennings
there's
left in free agency.
and Jennings
Just to
left in free
clarify.
agency to go to the Vikings. The defense, I think the defense is the biggest question mark for me, only because Fred and Nick Bosa have to stay fully healthy. And obviously, we knowing that Michael Williams feels like a bust at this point, I don't think he is, but I think a
I
lot of
thought he had a
people
solid
no. I'm
year.
saying a lot of other people are saying he's a bust because it wasn't what the levels of expectation that he was bringing from college. But
Hmm.
I'm not saying he's a bust. But
Give him a little
the
bit.
media is saying so.
He'll
So I
be
think
perfectly fine.
yeah, you have to hope that you're hoping that Michael Williams will excel. And also you're hoping that the secondary does well as well with Lenore holding up the secondary. Um, and obviously having Dre, Dre
Dre
Greenlaw
Greenlaw. There
back
you go.
on in the linebacker room will help them as well. Now, hopefully, he doesn't tear his Achilles like he did in the Super Bowl.
Whoa,
I
whoa,
pray.
whoa.
Um,
We're knocking on wood. We don't
I
want to
am
see
as well.
that.
But anyway, moving on. The only really thing worth mentioning is that the Niners are going to be going to two international games. They have an Australia game, which are playing the Rams, and then they're going to Mexico City. So they're doing a lot of traveling this year, which I don't know if they're excited about that, but they are. But their over under right now is 9.5. I want to say over. It feels bad if we don't
The
say
Niners are
over,
tricky.
because with the offense on paper, this team should be at least a 10-7, 11-6 team, at least.
Yeah, I mean their biggest issue has been injuries. Like
Injuries.
they're not able to stay healthy. So
Even with that, they
it
still
happens to their biggest players like Bosa, Purdy, Kittle, Warner.
Warner.
Like it's unfortunate that it happens to their big stars and their high level players, but I don't know. It's this team is so tricky. I wouldn't say over two, but I don't know. Like I'll say over, but it's a hesitant over just because I
I
don't know
agree.
what, like I don't know.
And
They're
also
that
let it be known.
talented. Like they're
Let it
that
be known.
talented. They're that good of a team.
I agree. 100%.
I just don't know if their stars are going to stay healthy again, or at least
And
for a
also let
full
it be
year.
known that
As
this
good
team
as Mike
last
Evans
year,
is too, he also had a few different
yeah,
injuries last year,
his hamstring is a big issue,
and his
among other things.
collarbone. Like
Collarbone, yeah. But also with all those injuries, the Niners did go 12-5, and they did beat the Eagles in the playoffs. So
that's because their
we've seen
defense is playing
crazier
out of their
things.
minds. Robert
That's what I'm saying.
Saleh,
Goodness
but he's
gracious,
not
brother
there
cooked.
anymore.
He cooked. But yeah, but this team could still do it. It's just we want to see them at their full strength. 'Cause I feel like the Niners at full strength is a
They're one of the
nasty team
best
in the NFC.
teams. They're one
They
of the
would be
best
the
teams in
nastiest
the
team in the
NFC.
NFC if they were all healthy.
Like that division, that's what crazy about that division is the three teams that were the Seahawks, Niners, and Rams are three of the best teams in the NFL if they stay healthy.
Yeah,
And they're all in the same division.
which is disgusting work.
Like you could argue all three of those
Disgusting.
teams could be a top 5 team.
Mhm.
But I'll say hesitant over.
I agree. And then last but not least, the Los Angeles Rams. Obviously,
Over.
the biggest upgrades of this year was Myles Garrett getting traded there. I think
Yeah.
that's was the biggest one of the off season so far.
I'd
But
agree with that.
obviously, you have to remember that they also got Jalen Watson and Trent McDuffie.
That's crazy that
So you have to
they
add
got
that in as well.
Duffy and Myles Garrett in the same offseason.
It's disgusting work. And also, Aaron Donald could potentially come out of retirement to come back and play for the Rams. So we could also have an Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett combination at the defensive line, which is disgusting work.
Bro,
So
that would be unfair.
it'd be disgusting. It'd be super team. It'd be the super team of super teams. Like the Warriors 17 team would.
Like
I
that
don't
would
know
be
if it would
that would be
compare. I
like
feel like this is better.
I don't know, that would just be like the most stacked team on paper that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah,
Like that's crazy.
it's disgusting.
Just on their defense.
And
And their offense is
we haven't even
pretty
talked to the
dang good
offense
too.
yet, because their offense has an MVP quarterback with an elite supporting cast.
And like if you
So
and
like
not
we
even
have to
talking about
consider that as
Cam,
well.
or not even talking about Cam Curl or Quentin
No,
Lake
so Byron Young,
or Braden Fisk,
so Braden Fisk,
Byron
like,
Young.
bro.
Like it's
I don't want
crazy.
to. I don't want to go into this year saying I hate the Rams, because I don't hate the Rams. In the grand scheme of things, I think this was just they
I don't
cooked.
hate I
Like
don't
their front
hate the
office cooked.
Rams. I'm kind of excited to see how good they're actually going to be. I am excited to see what
And
this
their first
defense
game
can look
is
like.
against the Niners in Australia. That's
It's crazy. Pretty crazy.
like, yeah.
Listen,
I don't.
I'm just gonna say
Here's the
it's gonna
thing.
be very hard to beat that team next year. I was just gonna say
I
that.
don't have much to say. Let's. They're over under 11.5. I'm
Over.
smashing the over. I
Over.
think this is like the clear cut over that we've had this entire division preview so far. Like,
I think
if this
I think they win 14 games.
would it be crazy to say this team potentially could go undefeated? Could that be crazy?
On paper,
Could
I
that be
guess.
crazy to say in 2026? We have another Patriots-esque team that goes 17-0 going into the playoffs. It'd be disgusting
I
work.
think their absolute ceiling, like
Their
realistically,
ceiling's
is like
15-3
15-2.
or 15-2. Sorry, yeah.
I think they go like 14-3. That would be my
But this
projection for them.
with the team that they have, it is extremely possible for them to go undefeated. It's extremely possible.
They have all that they need to do that. Like you can't get much
And
more of a
knowing that the
stacked
Super
roster
Bowl
than
this year
this.
is in Los Angeles,
They might
oh my
they
gosh.
very well could be the Super Bowl
They are
representation
Super Bowl favorites.
for the
All the
NFC.
sportsbooks are saying they are the preseason favorites to
Well,
win the Super Bowl.
yeah.
Like
Their team
that's
is
what it is.
stacked.
That's what it is. It's one of those
Unfortunately,
things. Like
they have the most
if you are
stacked
a
team
Los
on
Angeles
paper.
Rams fan in 2026,
They're
what a
pretty
time to be
happy.
alive. You know
They're
what I'm
pretty
saying?
happy.
Like what a time to be alive in 2026. Like you have like
If you're a
hey,
Rams fan, you have absolutely nothing to complain about.
I want to read their schedule. Now I'm curious. I want to see their schedule.
If I ever hear a Rams
I want
fan
to see a team that they
complain,
could lose to.
if I ever hear someone complain and they're a Rams fan, I'd be like, shut up.
Please be quiet.
Respectfully, shut up.
Respectfully, don't talk to us.
Like,
I
love
my
Myles Garrett and Trent McDuffie
God.
too.
Okay. So we got Niners, Giants, Broncos, Eagles, Bills. Eagles Bills will probably be the toughest one on this list so far. I think those will be their games. Like if they beat those guys, they're going undefeated.
Broncos.
Cardinals, Raiders, Chargers,
Goodness.
Commanders, Cardinals again.
Uh-oh.
Packers. That Packers could be a tough one. Chiefs will be a tough one, depending on when we get Mahomes. Niners again. Cowboys, Seahawks, Bucks, Seahawks.
I
17-0 is possible. That's all I'm gonna say. The only
You
two
think they
games
can
are the
sweep
Bills
the
and the Eagles. Those are the
Seahawks?
only two games I could be like, that's possible.
I think they at least split with the Seahawks.
I'm not gonna disagree with you on that.
It's very hard for
Maybe
me
I'm
to sit
you know
here
what?
and be like, they're
Maybe I'm
gonna
glazing.
sweep
Maybe I'm glazing a little bit. Let me
little
take it
bit.
back. Let me take it back. Let me take it back a little
I
bit.
just
Let me take it
sitting
back.
here, it's very hard for
Let
me
me
to
take it back.
be like, oh yeah, they're gonna sweep the Niners and the Seahawks and the
But
Cardinals.
now we have to make a decision.
Cardinals.
Who's winning this division?
The Rams. Unfortunately.
Hands down,
I love the
absolutely.
Seahawks because that's
We're
why
not even giving the Seahawks a thought. We're not giving the Seahawks a thought.
I mean, I get
A
like
thought.
I give them a thought, but like on paper, they like right now, if I'm sitting here right now, on paper, the Rams should they should win this division. Like not I would say easily, but like not saying easily in the way of like by like 5 games or something. Just like they're so stacked. If they
No, I
don't
agree.
win the division,
What are we doing?
there's something that went wrong.
Stafford had to get injured, and they had to throw in
Like
what's his name?
Garrett or Stafford would have to get injured. Or like they just have a bunch of injuries on defense. Like
McDuffie and Watson gone.
no,
That'd be
it's
work.
McDuffie and Garrett.
Yeah. Guys, here's the thing, and I know y'all gonna be saying I'm glazing the Rams. That's not it. It's just
We have no reason to glaze the Rams.
It's such a super team. It's egregious work.
It's like it's the Miami.
It's bad, bro.
It's the Miami Heat.
And I thought the Eagles was bad. This is like next level.
As we speak right now.
Yeah.
This could change,
but yeah, I'll agree with you. I'll say Rams. I think Rams will win the division. Would I be surprised if the Seahawks somehow pull it off? No. Just because I think Mike McDonald's just that kind of coach.
I don't think it's crazy to
And
say. I just think it again, the Rams are so stacked, right? Like on paper, it's I feel like it would be a disservice to what they've done and what kind of team they've built to say that they wouldn't win the division, but it would also be kind of disservice to be like, hey, the reigning Super Bowl champions aren't going to win their division. But
it'd just be disappointing if the Rams with this first year
yeah,
just don't do it.
it would be
Especially for
disappointing.
Garrett. I think for Garrett more than anything, because that man literally got out of he's in the best situation
You went from
he has ever
Cleveland
been
to
in
Los
his career.
Angeles.
Like he's like if he doesn't get a ring, they're gonna be concerned. Now, obviously, I think we can stand here and say that Myles Garrett's gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer when all is said and done. I think a ring will solidify it.
I
But
mean, he's
right
a
now, like
two-time
he's
defensive player of the year already?
he broke the sack record.
Yeah,
He's had I don't know
like
how many Pro Bowls at this point, but I think he's been to
every
mostly all
year.
of them at this point. And he's like when he's on the field, his presence is felt, and when he's not on the field, his presence is felt. Like we know how good he is when he is on the football field. So like whoever's in that front office, you did your thing. You did your thing, and you cooked.
Les Snead had the best offseason of his life,
Goodness gracious, that man is sleeping good tonight. Um,
or the whole offseason. He's
Yeah, the
sleeping
whole
good.
offseason. But anyway, let's get into our fantasy picks. Obviously, you know that we do a sleeper pick and we do a breakout pick of guys that you guys should draft in your fantasy teams if you do fantasy. Because we do fantasy and we love fantasy and we love talking about it. So, Jake, do you want to go first?
Uh, my sleeper's gonna be. I think my sleeper's gonna be Rashid Shaheed.
I
I
respect
think
that.
just
That's a good pick.
because he's
That's a very
supposed
good
to
pick.
have a lot bigger role. Um, it's not just him being a deep threat, getting like an occasional deep target, but he's just going to be a lot more involved in that offense and be more of a priority. So I think he's going to be 10 times what he was last year. And you also get him on special teams. So get some
Great points
points from
there.
that. And then my breakouts. Who's my breakout? My breakout's going to be. Dang. Who's going to be my breakout?
You said there was a rookie that you talked about earlier. He was on my
Darian
mind, but you can take
Price?
him if you want. Yeah, you can take him if you want. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. There's also Jeremiah Love that we haven't talked about.
I'll take Jeremiah Love.
I
I know
respect
he's
that.
a rookie, but I
No, he's supposed to break out. He's a rookie.
just think he's that good, and he's gonna be the vocal point of their offense in the rushing and receiving game. Like I think he's gonna have like
Hold
a
on a second.
Christian.
Hold on. I will disagree. Trey McBride still exists on that offense. So you can't say he's gonna take all the touches from Trey.
No, not all of
He'll
them, but
probably be the second. He'll be the
he's gonna
second
be
most
the
important
vocal,
part.
like what their offense runs through.
Rushing, yeah. Receiving, I think it's a toss between him and Trey.
Well, he's not. I'm not saying he's gonna get receiver level. I mean, he could.
He could.
He's
He
a
definitely
Christian
could. Yeah.
McCaffrey type back. I think he can have
Yeah.
a
But I
Christian
think you also have to
McCaffrey
understand that
impact.
Trey
Type
McBride
impact.
led the league in receptions as a tight end.
I'm not saying he's gonna get that type of
That's
receiving
all I'm saying.
targets. I'm just
And
saying
also have to understand that
like,
context last year, Trey McBride had to because the team sucked so badly that he had to get the receptions.
like
So
being a vocal point of the offense doesn't mean you're gonna get like every touch. It just means that the offense is built around you, which I don't
okay,
think you
sure.
spend the third overall pick on a running back that is a generational type prospect for you not to make him the vocal point of your offense. As good as
No, I
McBride
hear you.
is.
I hear you. I hear you. Absolutely.
I love Trey McBride,
Um
so
no, you're good. You're good. I gotta think about my sleeper pick for a second because I had a couple names in mind. Um I'll go with this one. My sleeper pick will be Michael Wilson. I think knowing how good he was this past year and knowing the potential that he could bring to a Cardinals offense that I don't think is shooting for the moon to make the division. I think they're just trying to have a successful season. Knowing that that's the case, I think he'll definitely be a big part of their offense. Especially if um Marvin Harrison Jr., God forbid, knock on wood, gets injured again, and it has to be the Michael Wilson show. Like he will prove himself to be that caliber of a wide receiver one. I don't think he is, but in that scenario, he would be, and I think he would do well. And I think he's a person that like I'm not saying you start the guy, but I'm saying if he's on your bench, I think he's somebody that could give you valuable points if needed in the seasons. Obviously, if you're gonna get Michael Wilson, you better have a very good receiving core that you got earlier, like a Puka Nakua or Jamar Chase or even like a JSN. Like if you got those types and Michael Wilson's on your bench, that's probably best case scenario because you're gonna get good value from him. I'm gonna say, and this is gonna be not really a hot take. But I'm gonna give my breakout pick to AJ Barner off the Seahawks. And here's why. I think
I thought about him.
I don't think this is somebody that you should go and get early. Absolutely not. I think he's somebody that you could get later, in like the later rounds to get as value. But my thing is knowing how good JSN is and knowing how good Rashid Shaheed is gonna be, you need somebody there as a safety valve. And we obviously know Jadarian Price or Emmanuel Wilson or whoever's up running back is going to be that as well. But I think him also being a good uh, safety valve to have, I think is important. And I'm just going to pull up his stats really quick just so I can remember them. Because I know he had a pretty solid year. Not a year that I was like, oh, this shoots off paper, but I think it's something to consider, especially from the Seahawks point of view. But just give me 1 second.
He did have a good year. I do like AJ Barner. I think he's gonna be much more of a vocal point in their offense, just based on what kind of role he has.
Okay,
But
he had 52 receptions for
pretty good.
519 yards and 6 touchdowns.
That's a solid year
Not bad for a tight end. And I think that's something that you could get
and a touchdown
very,
in the
very
Super Bowl.
handsomely in the late rounds, and he will produce for you. Now, obviously, for the two picks that I made, obviously, don't pick them up first. Get good people first. Get guys that will be consistent. I think AJ Barner and Michael Wilson are guys that are like, you get them later. If one of your guys is on a bye week and you have to put those guys in, you're going to get great value from either one of those guys. And especially on an offense where now you don't have Cooper Cup, you don't have Kenneth Walker, and it's gonna be Njigba Rashid Shaheed. Like he's gonna be
Isn't
the
Cooper
third.
Kupp still on the Seahawks?
I'm not entirely sure. He never
I
said
think
he
he is.
retired, but I haven't heard his name. Let me see.
I thought he was still on the Seahawks.
Okay, he's still there. Never mind. I apologize. So Cooper Cup is still there, but it's Cooper Cup on an aging contract. So it's tomato tomato. So I still think AJ Barner will still do good in that offense. So yeah, AJ Barner, Michael Wilson. Those are my two.
All
So
right, stat
now
leaders.
let's get into our stat leaders. Obviously we pick from the team that's going to have the most passing yards, team's going to have the most rushing, and the team that will have the most receiving yards going into this year. So Jake, who do you think out of the four
I
teams in
already
the
have
NFC
all
West will
my
have?
names.
I bet you do. I bet we could say them together, but we're not going to do that. I'm not going to lie. If y'all, there was a time that we did this and we got the right the first try
All right,
almost
passing
90%
yards.
of the time. That
Ready?
was great. I'm trying to
Ready?
think.
Set.
Rams.
Yeah, Stafford.
Yeah, it's the Rams. I think Stafford's going to have the most passing yards. I could hear Sam Darnold. I could also hear Brock Purdy. I'd probably be lesser on Brock Purdy just because
I just think they're gonna throw it a lot. That's what the
the
Rams
value
do.
that Stafford having Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua is going to add more to that. Now, obviously, Brock Purdy has more of the weapons with McCaffrey, Kittle, and Mike Evans, but that's barring if they're healthy. And Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams have been healthy most of the time we've seen them play at this point. I think Puka Nacua had like a scary knee, something happened to him or ankle or something like that.
Adams had a
But
hamstring
no,
last year.
it actually might have been a concussion. Now that I'm thinking about it, but I could be wrong about that. But he had a little scare last year, but he was fine. So yeah, I think Stafford will probably be the guy there. Rushing,
McCaffrey.
yeah, it might be. Oh
I told you
no, man.
I'm locked and ready to fire
I
right
don't
now.
know, bro.
It's McCaffrey.
Jeremiah Love could cook. He could be that guy. But I'll go with veteran. I'll go with McCaffrey for now.
I'm pretty sure he did it
Um,
last year.
I
He
think he
led,
did.
he
I
led the
think he did do it
division.
last year. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Um, okay. Receiving, I would probably lean more Seahawks if I had to be honest. But that's just me.
I was debating, but I was gonna say Puka.
It's the Puka and JSN debate. Golly.
Either way, I think it's not. It's obviously you're picking like
Yeah, apples to apples. Yeah, no, I agree.
like either one I would agree with. I'm picking Puka.
Yeah. Let's just get crazy. Let's just get crazy with it. Let's just go Seahawks. Let's just get crazy with it. We're not gonna be wrong in this scenario. Like it's
I mean, is it
either or.
crazy? He just won Offensive Player of the Year.
No, it's not crazy at all. I think that he could do it.
We have
He could definitely do
1,700
it.
yards.
Let me see. Yeah, 1793, 10 touchdowns, 190
So
receptions. So he
basically
could do it.
1,800.
Yeah, he was just outside of 1800. How much did Puka have last year? Just for reference. 129 receptions, 1,017, 15, and 10 touchdowns. Very, very close.
Wait, say that. How many yards?
Extremely close. 129, 1,715, 10
Okay.
touchdowns. That's
Yeah.
very, very close.
So what they were? What?
A couple yards short, maybe a couple, like a
Is it
10, 20 yards short.
1793 or 83?
I think it was 93.
So what? They were what? 80 yards off each other?
Yeah, nah, it's actually more than I anticipated. Which I mean,
That's
in
a
an NFL game,
that's a
that actually
game's
is pretty
worth
short.
of yards for
It's
them.
a game short. So in the grand scheme of things, that's not crazy, but
So some would consider that like a mediocre game for them.
yeah, truly.
80
I'll agree and
yards.
say Puka Nacua. I'll agree and say Puka Nacua for the fact of this scenario, but I think JSN could. I think JSN would do it. I could see him doing it.
I could see either
But
too.
I think that's it. That is our NFC West division preview. Guys, let us know in the comments if you guys think we did a good job or if you did an absolutely horrendous job.
I
And
don't think we did bad.
obviously, Rams fans also comment about how excited you guys are for this year. Because obviously this is an exciting year. Could be a record-breaking year, some would say.
What's your record gonna be?
Dude, I really do
Or
think
what
they
you
could
guys
go
think?
undefeated, but I'm not gonna say it. But anyway, we have one game that we're going to do, and I'm excited about this one. We were going to do this one a little earlier in the year, but we kind of got sidetracked by a lot of other things going on. But Jake, I want you to rank the last 10 Super Bowl champions.
Okay.
So I have all of them. I have the years and I have the teams that won. And so we can just go off of that from there. And then we can, do we want to make it together? We make this list, or do you want to make this list solely you? Like, this is Jake's
It's
10.
up to you. You're doing this.
Okay.
This is
We'll
your
do this.
this
We'll
is your thing.
collaborate. We'll do a fourth quarter faith Super Bowl champions list. How about that?
Okay.
I think that would be fun. So, do you want to go year by year? You want me to just randomize, pick a bunch of teams, go from there? What do you want to do here?
You can
Okay.
randomize. Goodness.
Let's go. I have the one that's 10, so I'm gonna say that one 10 right now. The 2019 Patriots would be 10.
Why? Just because of
because
the game?
that was the one against the Rams, which was the boringest Super Bowl game in the history of Super Bowl games. That was egregious work.
It was a good defensive
So
game.
yeah, if you like defense, that was a good defensive game. If you liked offense, it was a horrible game, and I like offense, so I didn't like it. So also, I am also the person that if the Saints were in that game, it would be a completely different Super Bowl, and I think it would be much more exciting to watch. But I think this is 10. I don't think there's I think
Yeah.
it was a good Super Bowl for them, but it wasn't memorable. There are other ones on here that are more memorable.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
All right. So how do you feel about let's go 2024 Chiefs? That's the one where I think that was against the Eagles. Jalen Hurts had a very good,
Oh.
very good Super Bowl game, and then they just couldn't get it done at the end.
I think the Eagles should have won that. But
I also agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
I'll say
I could hear 5 or
8.
6.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
I just don't think like
Okay.
I
That's a little low, but I want to see where
overall
you're at.
I just think that they got hot in the postseason. I just don't think one, they should have won that game, and two, that they were like that good of a team to be
No, I agree.
that high on at least this ranking. Like they won, but
Yeah. Are we
I
going
think
off
there's
of
way
we should have asked this before we started. Are we going off of like memorable Super Bowl or are we going off of the one that was like this team like the team was good that year?
memorable. That changes it then.
Exactly, cuz if it's not memorable, that 2024 Chiefs team was
Well, I
pretty
think
dang good.
that Super Bowl that was a really good Super Bowl.
That was a very good that was memorable in more ways
Okay,
than
if we're going
one.
off of
Yeah.
that, then I'd put him where you were saying.
5 or 6.
I put him at like 5.
Okay. And then the Patriots one would still be at 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful. I can live with that. All right. Next one, let's go. Let's do 2020 Chiefs.
That was the
Chiefs' first Super
Niners.
Bowl win, which was against the Niners. That was a crazy game against Jimmy
6.
G. Okay.
Oh, 7.
Great. I can already see it in the comments now.
I'll do 7.
I don't know. I feel like Mahomes first with Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce.
I don't know. Where do you want it?
I'm feeling 4-3, but I think that's a little high for me.
4.
So I I guess
I don't know, 3
if we're
either.
going off of the criteria which is memorable, getting to see Mahomes' first Super Bowl was memorable. But if it's not
Yeah.
over the 2024
Well,
one,
that
then
yeah, but
sure.
are we talking about the whole game as a total
Yeah,
as
I say that
well?
game was memorable. They were down to the Niners most of that game, and then a third down pass
Okay,
from Mahomes to
6.
Tyreek Hill basically changed the game.
Okay, 6.
So okay, 6. I can live with that.
Yeah.
2018 Eagles. I feel
2018.
like this has
Oh,
to be top 5. That's
that's
got to be
top
top 5.
3.
That's like Philly erupted when they won that
That's
first
top
chip.
3.
I think there'd be more on this list.
3.
I would like 3. I think 3's comfortable
I'll put him at 3.
because there's one I have at number 1
Bro, you got
that
the
I think
Philly
you'll agree
special in
with.
that game.
Exactly. You had
Nick Foles,
LeGarrette
the
Blunt's
Super Bowl
LeGarrette
MVP.
Blunt's last game as a last football game period, and also Tom Brady had like 500 passing yards, losing in a Super Bowl, which was insane. So like
What?
it was just a great game, regardless.
41 to 38 or something?
41 to 33.
Oh, it may have been 33.
Yeah, I believe that's the final score. But anyway, let's do let's keep score at home just so I'm aware. So we have 2018
We
Eagles at 3. We have 2024 Chiefs at 5. 2020 at 6.
2026,
And
2019
Patriots,
Patriots at 10,
2017 Patriots at 10. Okay, cool. Just want to, no, not
2019
2017,
Patriots.
2019. Not 2019, 2019. Okay,
Yeah,
2017 Patriots.
was that the 20-3?
I might have been. Let me check.
Was it?
Because if that's that one,
What's the 7?
that might be one.
Is this the 17 like
That might be
season?
one. That might be one. Hold on.
Or that's 16?
Yeah, the 2017 Super Bowl saw the Patriots beat the Falcons 34-28. Good. Yeah.
Wait, was that
That was the 2016 season, but it was in 2017.
so this is a 17 16
The
Patriots.
Super Bowl that happened in 2017.
Yeah, so it's the 16 Patriots.
It said 17, buddy. I don't know what you want me to do with that.
I know the Super Bowl is in 17. This is the 16 Patriots.
And here you go again with semantics.
It's not semantics. That makes a big
again.
difference.
No,
17
because
Patriots will be the next year.
yeah, but then they lost to the 2018 Eagles.
I know.
So
But that would be the 16. Never mind.
I literally just looked it up and it said it was that Super Bowl.
I understand what Google said. Google's not right.
Okay. Anyway, that's one. That's number one.
No, I'm just kidding.
That is
one.
number one. That is number one.
I just said I was kidding. It's one.
That's one of the best Super Bowls that I have ever witnessed. That will forever be one of Tom Brady's best games. Other than the loss against the Eagles in 2018 next year. But
that's his best accomplishment.
And it's the one that the Falcons dread talking about for years and years to come because they had the win in the bag. They had it in halftime. They 28-3. It was there. And then they just let it slip under their fingers. So I think that would be number one. I think that's the best Super Bowl on this list. Let's do 2022 Rams against the Bengals.
We have 5 already? 4?
This was with there was no Mahomes and there was no Brady. So that was like our first year without one of those two in the Super Bowl. I believe we have 4.
Do we have 5?
No, because we gave that to 2024.
Wait, we have 4 available.
Yeah, we have 4 available.
4.
Okay, I could agree to that. I also think that was a great game entirely. I think Stafford cooked, and Cooper Kupp was incredible in that game.
OBJ could have been the Super Bowl MVP if he didn't tear his ACL.
Oh my goodness, he didn't tear his ACL. Goodness gracious. Okay, so we have 17 Patriots at 1. We don't have 2, so we still have 2 available if need be. 3 is
Eagles
2018. 4 we just put the 2022 Rams, and 5 we have the 2024 Chiefs. Or was it 2020?
No, it was 6 was the wait. 6 was
no 6 was 2020.
Yeah.
5 was 2024. That's yep. Okay, I got it. Okay, cool.
All right. Do we have 7? We don't have 7, 8.
We have not
9.
used 7, so we still have 7. We still have 8 and 9, and then we have 2.
Yeah.
Which I think we could get through those pretty easily. I am of the fan that a 2026 Seahawks was 7.
Yeah, I mean that game wasn't.
I think it was a good game, all things considered.
It was a blowout, really.
It was just the Seahawks were just overpowering them at that point, and I think that was just where
Drake May had 0 chance of winning that football game.
Yeah,
they didn't have a chance.
But I will say Christian Gonzalez was probably the one bright spot on the Patriots because he really was holding up JSN. Your flag went
I know. I'm just ignore it.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I'd say 7. I think is comfortable for that. 2021 Bucks. This is
Oh,
Tom Brady's
that's
last
9.
Super Bowl. Whoa.
Bro, that game was that was not a good game. It was 30-9.
I will not disagree. It was a bad game, but there has to be something to be said that it was
Okay,
Tom Brady's
8.
last Super Bowl.
It ain't 2. We
Okay.
just put
All
the
right.
Seahawks at 7.
Yeah, because that was okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's either 9, 8, or 2.
Okay. Then we'll put him at 8. That's fine. We'll put him at 8.
We don't have many options left, so
We have the 2023 Chiefs, which was the overtime win against the Niners.
just name the last
Brock
2.
Purdy's first Super Bowl. Huh?
Just name the last 2 Super Bowls
2023
now.
Chiefs, 2025 Eagles.
Okay, yeah, I'd put the Chiefs at
If you put
2
the I
and
was about to
Eagles
say, if
at
you put the
9.
2025 Eagles at 2, I was gonna lose it. Was
No,
it a good game?
if I
Yes.
just put the
But it
Bucks
was
at
also
8,
the Chiefs got absolutely
yeah, I
in that
loved
game.
it,
Goodness
but if
gracious.
we're
Yeah, we all loved it.
criteria-wise, I can't put them at 2.
Yeah. Think that Chiefs game was more memorable and Brock Purdy had played a better game, but he just couldn't get a touchdown. That kind of makes
Well,
me
no, they
mad
just scored too
to this
early.
day. So yeah, that's our I'll say it again. So this is our fourth quarter faith top 10 Super Bowl champions of the last 10 years. At number 1, we have remind me again, it was the 2017
10?
Patriots.
Yeah.
At number 2, we have the 2023 Chiefs. At number 3, we have the 2018 Eagles. At number 4, we have the 2022 Rams. Number
Mhm.
5, we have the 2024 Chiefs. 6, we have the 2020 Chiefs. 7, we have the 2026 Seahawks. 8, we have now I'm getting a little confused. I think it's 2025 Eagles, but I'm not entirely sure.
At
Um,
8?
I believe so.
No, 8 was the
I
Bucks.
lost. Yep, 8 was the 2021
9
Bucks.
was the
9 was the
Eagles.
2025 Eagles, and at 10 is the 2019 Patriots.
Yeah.
So let us know in the comments if you guys agree, disagree, or think this this ranking is a disgrace. I like the 2021 Bucks one, honestly, man. I think Tom Brady for knowing that it was Tom Brady's last Super Bowl that he got a dub, I think it was cool to see that in real time. But I can see, because it was a boring game from start to finish, I can see it. Also, Patrick Mahomes had some crazy throws in that Super Bowl as well.
Yeah, 'cause
Very
he's
crazy
running
throws in
for
that
his
Super Bowl.
life.
That's what I'm saying. So he had to do what he had to do.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying.
I liked watching the Chiefs lose, but
Yeah. But yeah, bro, the fact that we got the 2017 Patriots game and then the 2018 Eagles game back-to-back years. Oh, what a time to be alive. Oh my goodness. Those Super
those are
Bowls were
2 great Super Bowls.
beautiful. Goodness gracious.
Got to
And
watch
then we had
Tom
to have a
Brady lose
stinker
one.
in 2019. Goodness gracious. No one could score a touchdown
Well,
to save their
not every
lives.
Super Bowl is
Um,
an all-time Super Bowl
it should be.
or up there.
It should
Well,
be.
it's not how it works.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just playing with y'all. Let's Bible.
Mhm.
It's Bible time.
That's all
Let's
we
get to the
got,
Bible.
so
That's all we got. That's all we need. Lord, thank you for the Bible. Bible verse of the episode is Ephesians 2, verse 10, which says, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good work, which God prepared." Oh, goodness, I lost the verse. Goodness gracious, bro. This app stinks. Sorry. "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." It's like I can't read today, guys. I'm so sorry. Goodness gracious.
it's okay. English is hard.
It's very hard. All right.
All right, what are your thoughts on it, Jesse?
I have a lot of thoughts, man.
Oh, do you?
I have a lot of thoughts.
Well, we're at hour 40, so
I forgot. I'll make it quick. Obviously, the first part of the verse talking about that we are God's handiwork. The way that that's the description of how God made us into like a masterpiece or like a carefully crafted work of art. Like when you think of something like that, like a piece of art or something like that, like it's not
it's
an accident.
sculpture.
They took time. They took time to having to paint the strokes and do all these things. It took them hours to do those things.
Like the
Like
marble dudes. Like,
God made us very very specific for what he wanted to use for his kingdom. And so like for that, that's our identity. The identity is that we're God's masterpiece. Like we're the thing that God is proud of the most. And that's like a beautiful thing. And
mhm.
then you talk about in this verse, if you go into context, Ephesians 2, 8, and 9, I believe, they're talking about that salvation is entirely a free gift of God's grace, not that we have to work for it. So it's basically saying that we get to receive salvation because God gave it to us. We don't have to work for it anymore. We don't
Mhm.
have to like be good in order to get God's grace. God just gives it to us entirely free as a
There's
gift.
not a
And
checklist
so
you have to do to get it.
exactly. So verse 10 clarified saying that while works aren't the reason that we get salvation, they are the result and the expression of it. So what that means is that we don't earn salvation by doing things,
Mhm.
but because we are so happy that God give us this gift of grace, we now want to do everything in our power to use that free gift for the glory of God. And so we don't it's not us reading our Bibles, praying, going to church, doing all these things, not cursing, not doing all these different things. It's not because we're doing it so that we can be in God's graces. We already earned God's graces when he
Mhm.
died on the cross for us. So it's not that we are earning it. It is just that because we have earned that, we are now like, I'm going to do everything in my power to do this and that and that and the third because that's all I can do. I can't like, we can't really give God more than what we are given. So it's the grace versus works thing is one of the biggest things in the church that we talk about a lot because a lot of people outside of the Christian faith think that it's all works, that we
Mhm.
have to do everything we can to be good, do these things, 6 to 7, all that things. And like it's it's just that we don't have to. That's the point of it is we just don't have to. And then the part about purpose where it talks about where it says that like God prepared in advance for us to do or the purpose of everything. So like God already made a plan for us and we are just now to walk in that plan that he has made for us. Because of the good deeds, we can now walk in the freedom of God and the purpose that he gave for us in his kingdom. So this verse is a good reminder that God made you with a specific purpose and that your life matters. So when it comes to the faith we have in Jesus, and the wings that we believe in. And this is where I'm gonna finish this part up, and then I'll let Jake say his bit. Knowing that God made you specifically for a purpose, don't use that as a don't. I don't want to say use it as a way to like negate it, but don't use it as a way to get out of stuff because you think God made you in this way that like this is just how it is. You know what I mean? So how I say that is everybody's been given a gift. I've been given a gift to I don't know if Jake has one for me, but like I'll just say one that I've been heard a lot. I have a chill personality. So God made me in this purpose that I have a personality that people can come and talk to me about whatever, and I am a safe space. And I appreciate
Mhm.
that. And I know that I don't take that for granted. Jake is given like loyalty, for example. He is a person that God has made that he will stick with the friends that he has until the very end because he knows that those are good people in his life and he needs those people in his life. And he knows that if we're loyal to him, he's loyal to us and that won't change, especially for the people who's had his back since day one. So everybody has been made in a different way for God's glory. But we don't want you to use that as a way to manipulate people to do things that you want or to just for your glory
Mhm.
because then that's where it gets pushed out of the way. if that
Yeah.
makes sense. I hope that makes sense for people that are
Yeah.
listening.
At
But
least for me.
I love this verse. I think this verse is a great reminder for believers to remember that, especially for people who don't know what to do with their lives. Like, God made you for a purpose. You may not know it now, but God has a purpose for you, and you will know what it is once He shows you what that is. And I think that's important.
Yeah. I mean,
I told you I had a lot of words.
that was
I
I
love this
don't
verse.
know how much I can add to that really, because I agree with everything you said. I would just say I would just add that it is a beautiful thing that God made us in our own unique way and with our own unique and special gifts that He specifically made for us to be or go out and use for the glory of, or for His glory, and to further the kingdom of God. Um but yeah, I don't know what else to add really. Just that I yeah. I don't know. Like I feel like I'm just going to like repeat what you said,
What I said, yeah.
cuz like I agree with everything you said. I'm not like not trying to say something right now. I don't want people to
Hmm.
think I'm not trying to say something or have my own thoughts.
Hmm.
Those were
When
basically
the
would be
Bible
my
is so
thoughts.
clear, what else is there more to say?
There's
What
nothing for
else
me
is
to
there
say.
more to say?
Like,
So
what do you want me
I
to say?
agree with you
I'm just
wholeheartedly.
gonna repeat what Jesse said.
Yeah.
So
Great episode, Jake. That was great. That was
good
good.
job.
That was a good
Good
episode
job.
by us. It's gonna be a long one,
It's a
guys. I'm sorry.
long,
It's gonna
long,
be a little bit of a long one, but if you guys stuck through the end, we do really, really appreciate it
like the
that you
Great
stuck with
Wall
us
of
through the end of
China
this
of
episode.
episodes.
Goodness. Okay, that's egregious. That would be like a 10-hour episode. I don't think we've ever would be able to yap for 10
All right, let's do
hours
a 24-hour
nonstop would
stream.
be egregious. But
24-hour
anyway,
stream
Jake,
coming soon.
good Lord have mercy. Do you have anything else before we call it a night?
No.
All I gotta say is, man,
Or happy 4th of
enjoy
July.
y'all's 4th of July.
Yeah, happy
Have
4th
fun
of
with your
July.
families.
Go
Watch some
crazy.
soccer. I'm about to
No,
watch some
not too
soccer this
crazy.
weekend. I think USA is playing Saturday, so I'm excited to see them play.
I wish
And
they would
yeah,
play
it's gonna be a
England.
great.
That'd be funny. That'd be
I hope
awesome.
they do. That would be sick. But
I don't
I
think
don't
they
know. We'll
will.
see how that happens. But I'm gonna be watching some World Cup this weekend. It's gonna be great. So in conclusion, thank you guys for tuning in to the Fourth Quarter Faith podcast. Like Jay said at the beginning of the video, hit that like and subscribe button. Comment down below what you guys think we should do for games for our next video. Comment down below what you guys think about Jake's takes or my takes, or what do you guys think about our rankings, all
You're gonna
that
say
stuff. We
mine are
want to hear from you
trash.
guys. We want to have a conversation with y'all. We want to build the family that we're trying to build in this form of content. So please comment. We will see them and we will comment. We will comment back. Most likely it will be
We'll
Jake. Sometimes
reply.
I do respond, but mostly it will be Jake. So Jake will be the one responding to everybody. Um
Just so you
Also
know.
hit that notification bell so you guys know when we drop our videos. If you see that notification bell, you'll see the
Like,
videos pop up on YouTube and then you can go watch it.
subscribe.
And then you guys can go see our content. Remember that we are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So if you guys cannot catch our YouTube videos, we are on those platforms so you can listen to our content wherever you go. We love and appreciate every single one of you guys. And until the next time we see each other, have a happy 4th of July. That's Jake Alagna. I'm Jesse Shalalo. Have a good night, guys.